Hello and welcome to the Children's Fire Book Club. You're here with Odessa, Val, and moderating with us is John. Hi John, how are you doing? Feel free to leave a comment on how you're doing today. Relatives, we are just getting settled in, so feel free to grab yourself some water, maybe a blanket, or your favorite toy. I'm going to take a sip of water.
Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for beauty. Would you be mine?
Relatives, how are you doing today?
I have
Feel free to leave a comment. And John, who is moderating for us, will say hi. So today, we welcome you to the Children's Fire Book Club, where we're going to read, we will move, and we'll learn about our elder teachings. We're so glad that you came to join us today. My name's Odessa. I'm a counseling intern at HIR Wellness. When you think of counselor, what that means is being able to connect and being able to talk about how we're feeling and maybe some of the thoughts that are on our mind. And then we have with us Val.
Thank you, Odessa. So my name is Valerie, and I'm an occupational therapy intern student here at HIR Wellness Institute. And you might ask, what is occupational therapy, right? So what I do is I help kids have fun and help kids stay connected with the activities that they do throughout the day.
That's awesome. Thank you, Val.
You're welcome.
And it's so cool that we have Val and myself together in a space. Having a counselor and an occupational therapist work together is really exciting because we get to come in with different perspectives to help support people. Think about when you're working on a puzzle and you're getting stuck and it's really hard to finish. Sometimes you ask for help and someone else can come in and try and help finish that difficult puzzle. It's the same thing. So I'm so happy and glad to be with you today, Val.
Thank you, Odessa. So am I.
Awesome. So we're going to get going, and before we read our book, we are going to do some movements. Val, will you be able to help us out with that?
Yes, I can. Thank you, Odessa.
Awesome.
So relatives, the first movement card that we're going to do today is called Raccoon Freeze. What we're going to do is we're going to wiggle around a bit, and then when I say freeze, you're going to hold your position and be as still as possible. Then we're going to release our pose, take a few breaths, and then try it again, trying with a different position the next time. All right, relatives, I'm going to pull this back and I'm going to do it with you. Odessa,
Awesome.
would you like to join me?
Yes, I would.
Thank you. So you could do it sitting or standing, whatever. I'm going to just do it standing. So let's go ahead and just wiggle, 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 wiggle. Stop. Freeze. Okay, hold it, hold it. Okay, let go. Now we're going to breathe. Ready? In with your nose. Out with your mouth. Great, relatives. Now we're going to do it one more time. Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. All right, freeze. Okay. Good job, relatives. Thank you, Odessa.
Yeah, that was
How did
awesome.
you feel?
Honestly, it was really nice to kind of get some of that energy out, kind of like moving around, but also having moments where we got to pause and then breathe. Relatives, how did that sit with you? What did you think, Val?
Thank you, Odessa. I felt the same way. I just had to get those wiggles out and just to feel more relaxed, to feel ready to read our book today, and just, like you said, have those little breathing exercises in between, because sometimes we have to remember to pause and take a break. So yeah, let us know how you feel, relatives.
Yes, definitely. And speaking of reading our book,
Yeah,
I think I'm ready to read now.
me too, but do you have our book?
I don't. I thought you had it.
Oh, I didn't bring it.
Oh no. Relatives, we don't have our book.
Oh no.
Oh, what do we do?
I don't know. Oh,
Oh, someone's at the door. Hi, it's
Hi.
John.
Hey, John.
Hey relatives, hey Odessa, hey Vale.
Hi, John.
Hi.
I have a few books here with me. I sure hope I have your book today.
Ooh, me too.
So.
I hope he has it.
The first book that I have is called Hope. Is this your book?
No, that's not our book.
No.
Let's see. What about this book? When You Are Brave.
No, that's not the book today.
No. Oh, man.
Oh, I sure hope this one is. It's called We Are Water Protectors.
No, that's not it either.
No.
Oh, no.
Mhm.
I only have a few more books. I hope
Oh,
it's
man.
this one. Dave the Potter.
No, it's not it either.
Oh, man.
Well, this is the last book that I have. I sure
Fingers
hope
crossed,
it is.
relatives.
It's called Just Ask.
That's it. Yay!
Here you go.
Thanks, John.
Yes.
Thank you, John.
Alright, see you, relatives. See you, Val. See you,
Bye.
Odessa.
Bye.
Oh, I'm so glad that John had our book. So, the book we are reading today, relatives, is Just Ask by Sonia Sotomayor. It says, be different, be brave, be you. And what's really cool about the author of this book is that she's a judge on the Supreme Court, which is so cool that she has a book. All right. Val, are you ready to read?
I'm so ready, Odessa.
Relatives, are you ready to read? All right, let's do it.
Awesome.
Just ask. So this is a letter to the readers by Sonia Sotomayor. A letter to readers. I was born on June 25th, 1954, and in 1961, when I was 7 years old, I was diagnosed with juvenile diabetes. To take care of myself, I had to do things other kids did not. Sometimes I felt different. When kids saw me giving myself a needle shot of insulin, my medicine, I knew they were curious about what I was doing, but they never asked me, my parents, or my teachers about it. I also often felt they thought I was doing something wrong. As I grew older, I realized there are many ways to be that I was not alone in feeling different. I wanted to write this book to explain how differences make us stronger in a good way. Like my experiences with diabetes, the challenges some kids face can be very hard and sometimes frustrating. Some of us have conditions that require medicines or tools to manage things that other kids never have to deal with. Some of our difficulties are not even visible to others, but they make us feel different, and we may do things that others don't understand. Yet all of these challenges often give us strength that others can't imagine. I hope by seeing yourself or your friends in this story, you will understand that we're all different, and you will find that notion comforting and empowering. I hope too that you will recognize what we have in common. Instead of fearing our differences or ignoring them, we can shed light on them and explore them together. If you ever wonder why someone is doing something different from other kids, just ask. Hi, I'm Sonia. My friends and I are planting a garden. Gardens are magical places. Thousands of plants bloom together, but every flower, every berry, and every leaf is different. Each has a different smell, different color, different shape, and different purpose. Some flowers need lots of sunlight. Others thrive in the shade. Some have to be trimmed regularly, while others are better off left alone. Some trees and flowers are more fragile, and others are more hardy. Kids are all different too. Some of us are in a hurry, and others take more time. Some of us seem shy and quiet, while others are chatty and loud. Some of our differences are easy to spot. Others take longer to notice. Each of us grows in our own way. So if you are curious about other kids, just ask. Not everyone is comfortable answering questions about themselves, but I don't mind. What am I doing? Several times a day, I prick my finger to measure the sugar in my blood, and I give myself shots of medicine called insulin. I do this because I have diabetes, and my body doesn't make insulin naturally like other people's. Even though this can sometimes hurt, I gather all of my courage to do it to be healthy. Do you ever need to take medicine to be healthy? I do. My name is Raphael, and I have asthma, which means I sometimes have trouble breathing. When that happens, I take a breath and use an inhaler with medicine to make breathing easier. Quiet time helps me slow down and catch my breath. My inhaler is like a tool to help my body. Do you use a tool to help your body? I'm Anthony, and I use a wheelchair to get around. Even though I can't run with my legs, I can go super fast. How do you get from place to place? My name is Madison, and my guide dog Lucky helps me get places safely because I'm blind. My friend Arturo is blind too. He uses a cane to get around. Even though we can't see, we strengthen our other senses and notice lots of details others may miss. We can hear with our ears, smell with our noses, and feel with our hands. How do you use senses? I'm Vijay. I learn about the world differently because I can see, but I can't hear. I'm deaf. Most of the time, I communicate with people using my face and hands through sign language. It's cool to know another language. I also love reading and writing. What about you? I'm Bianca, and I have dyslexia. So I have to work really hard and take my time when I am reading and writing words. Sometimes I use computer programs to help me. I love learning by doing things. My imagination is full of ideas, and I'm very good at making art from the pictures I see in my mind. Are you really good at something? I'm great at dinosaurs. I know all about them. I'm Jordan, and I have autism. Organizing and counting all my toy dinosaurs again and again makes me feel calm. My classmate Tiana also has autism, but it's different for her. She doesn't talk, but I like to talk. I especially like to talk about dinosaurs. What do you like to talk about? For me, listening comes more easily than talking, and I'm a really good listener. My name is An, and I speak with a stutter, so sometimes I repeat a word or get stuck when I try to say it. It may take me a little longer to express myself, and sometimes I'm too shy to talk, but I understand everything that's going on. Do you ever wonder if people understand you? I do. My name is Julia. Sometimes I wiggle or make sounds that I can't control because I have Tourette syndrome. People may look at me funny because they think I'm not paying attention or just acting out, but it's not true. I am listening. I don't always like having to explain it. It frustrates me, but it helps when I tell people that it's just what my body does. Do you ever feel frustrated? My name is Manuel, and I have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It is also called ADHD. I can get frustrated when I really feel the need to move around, even though I'm supposed to sit still. When my teachers and friends are patient with me, if I forget something or get distracted, I can get myself back on track. What's helpful to you? I'm Nolan. It's helpful to me when the food I eat has a clear label that says it's nut-free, because I'm allergic to nuts. They can make me so sick that I would have to go to the hospital if I ate any, even by accident. So I always tell people about my allergy and ask if any food has nut ingredients. Speaking up keeps me healthy. How do you use your voice? I love to sing and I love to talk. I love to make new friends and be included. I am Grace. I was born with Down syndrome. Kids like me with Down syndrome have an extra building block called a chromosome in our bodies. But we are all different from each other too. I can do almost anything any other kid can do, though learning new things can take some time. One way I learn is to ask questions. What helps you learn? It's me, Sonia again. I ask questions too. When something seems different or new, I just ask my parents or my teachers, and they help me to understand. Especially if my friends don't feel ready to explain. This is what I've learned. Imagine if all of the plants in the garden were exactly the same. Like, what if we only could grow peas? That would mean no strawberries, or cucumbers, or carrots. It might also mean no trees, or roses, or sunflowers. Just like in our garden, all the ways we are different make our neighborhood, our whole world really, more interesting and fun. And just like all of these plants, each of us has unique powers to share with the world and make it more interesting and richer. What will you do with your powers? The end. All right, relatives. What did you think of the book, Just Ask? Feel free to leave a comment and let us know. Val, what did you think of the book?
Thank you, Odessa. I really enjoyed that book. I love how it explained how all of us are different and we all are special in our own ways. And that's what makes the world just a better place by all of our differences. And we come together and respect each other. So thank you for that. I really loved it. What about you? What did you think about it?
Yeah, thanks, Val. I really loved reading that book. I think what it's sharing is really important. And just like you said, Val, we're all different. But what if we were the same? Just like the garden, right? So I really enjoyed the book. I think it's important to realize that we're all different and it's good to be different. And sometimes if we don't understand something, we can just ask.
Mhm.
Awesome. Relatives, feel free to let us know at any point what you thought of the book. And right now, I think let's do another movement card. Val, you ready?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Odessa.
Awesome.
All right, relatives. So the next one we're going to do, it's called Fearless Feather. And in this one, we're going to sit comfortably together with our back straight. We're going to take a few deep breaths together. Then we're going to close our eyes. And as we exhale, I want you to say out loud or to yourself that I am brave. Breathe in again. Then we're going to repeat it as well. So now, relatives, I'm going to pull this back and I'm going to do it with you. Odessa, would you like to join me?
Yes, I would.
Thank you. All right, so we're nice and straight. And then you can close your eyes if you'd like. I want you to breathe in. Breathe out. And say out loud or to yourself, I am brave.
I am brave.
Breathe in again. And out. I am brave.
I am brave.
Then we can open our eyes. How did that make you feel, Odessa?
That was really relaxing. And it felt really good to say those words out loud. I am brave. Val, what did you think of it?
I really love the whole meaning of the book, how it compares to, like, you have to be brave and know that it's okay to be different, and having that bravery will help you feel like it's okay to be different, because it is. And so, it made me feel relaxed with the breathing as well. So thank you, Odessa.
Yeah. Relatives, how did that breathing exercise make you feel? So let's do our grandfather teaching. Val, would you like to explain what the teaching is today?
Yes, I would love to, Odessa.
Awesome.
But first, I'm going to explain to our relatives what the 7 grandfather teachings mean. So in the teachings in Ojibwe culture have been traditionally passed down from generation to generation, orally through stories and ceremonies. Today, the oral traditions are being shared by those who carry the knowledge of such things. The teachings of the Aboriginal cultures encompass the morals, values, structures, ceremonial practices, spiritual beliefs of the group. These teachings also ensured the survival of the people. Despite where the teachings may have originated, they share the same concepts of abiding by a moral respect for all living things. So the grandfather teaching of the day is bravery. And with bravery, it's represented by the bear. The mother bear has the courage and strength to face her fears and challenges while protecting her young. The bear also shows us how to live a balanced life with rest, survival, and play. To face life with courage is to know bravery. Find your inner strength to face the difficulties of life and the courage to be yourself. Defend what you believe in and what is right for you and for your community, family, and self. Make positive choices and have conviction in your decisions. Face your fears to allow yourself to live your life.
Wow.
So you see, relatives, being different, especially as a kid, can be tough. But in the same way, the different types of plants and flowers in the garden made it more beautiful and special. So different types of people also make our world more vibrant and wonderful.
Definitely. Yeah, you can see how bravery is shown in the book. Just ask. Every single person to be who they are, to be themselves, that can sometimes take a lot of courage and bravery. But when we are brave and we are able to be our authentic self, That's really special. Val, how do you show bravery?
Well, thank you, Odessa. I believe that I show bravery by making sure that I show my children to be brave, that it's important to be brave and to stand up for yourself, even when you might feel like you don't have the courage to, that it's okay to do that because it's important to, be brave and to stand up for your feelings and for what you believe in. What about you, Odessa?
Yeah, thanks, Val. For me, when I'm brave, I sometimes have to say no. And so when people ask me something and I don't want to do it, I say no. And that takes a lot of bravery for me. And so I show bravery by making sure that I'm being who I want to be. And sometimes that means having to tell someone no.
It's very brave.
Yeah. Relatives, how do you show bravery? Well, it's coming to that time. We are having to say goodbye, relatives. It was so good to see you and to be with you, to read and to learn and to move. And we will see you next Wednesday at 1 o'clock for the next Children's Fire Book Club.
Thank you, relatives. And I wanted to also let you guys know that at 3 p.m. today, we have Sensory Fitness Live, so feel free to join us later on today. But if not, we'll see you next week. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, relatives.
Bye.
Bye.